they did a digital proof, and they're gonna send me a physical one, I guess. The problems that, well, I don't know. The nice thing they did with the printer is that they were really hands-on with making sure that the pages, the pre-press was done correctly. So that was nice. Um, so I don't know. Yeah. Right now I mailed them the check. I mailed them the check last week. So I'm kind of just waiting to see that money disappear. I'm assuming that they're not printing until they get the check, but it's one of those things, like I didn't want to pay the credit card bill, like, or the extra credit card fee, like 3%. Cause it's like, I paid them like $6,000, to print those books.
What do you think when you think people read it? Are you think it's going to help, like through word of mouth, get you more customers that'll be back for round 2?
I hope so. And again, that's one of those things. It's like, I don't know. Like I've gone over the book so many times. It's just, I don't know what else. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
I
as
know
good as it gets.
It's the best I can
Polished
possibly
to
do.
perfection.
Yeah.
That's great, man. That must feel good. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, it's one of those things. Like I'm just being prepared. Like I know some people are just gonna hate me. They're gonna hate it no matter what. Some people will.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll get some people that love it. But yeah, I don't know.
Downcast is a really good concept, actually, and the art that you have on there I like it. I thought it was fantastic.
I think people are gonna dig it. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say, Nacho really he stepped it up, because I even asked him to redraw some things from the first initial 5 pages that we showed off, because it was nice because we got the colorist on board, and then he really focused on the line art and just doing his best possible work. And so it was like, it looks great. Like there's this one, I can't wait till it's out because I want to talk about like this really specific sequence, but I want people to experience it in the book because it was so cool.
Yeah.
So
don't ruin it.
Yeah, I'm not going to ruin it, but yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. He did really good work. So, yeah, and we're live, everyone. By the way, this is an impromptu stream. Why don't we introduce everybody?
Okay.
Why don't we start with Doc Salem here? This is Preston, because this is the first time that we've been live with Preston. How's it going, Preston?
It's good. It's good.
That's good.
Some news. So I'm getting married again. In the spring.
Congratulations.
So it's but we've been together for 10 years, so it's not.
Oh,
you're marrying your best friend. You're marrying your best friend. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, man. I just want to say your screen name, Nikki the Pipe, remind me to never have to owe you money. I don't ever want to owe anyone named Nikki the Pipe.
Actually,
money.
That's from a comic I did in 2006 that we tried to do a volume 2 to after we did 6 issues and cut a movie trailer. If you want to see the movie trailer, you can put in Rockabilly Road Trip on YouTube. And
that'd be fun.
We put so much into that and to see it go down in flames. I think Clint, you talked about. Well, it never really went down in flames. It's just that people didn't understand it enough to be able to give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But like, Clint, you talked about like having an idea or a concept and being so close to it that you didn't want to let go of it. And before you know it, you like. I wouldn't call it wasting time, but you put so much effort into it that to see it like kind of fail.
Yeah.
I think I remember you talking about that on one of your casts.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those things, like putting yourself out there is tough, Yeah. And like I know with my second novel, I put so much more into it than my first novel, because I'd learned all this from the first novel. And the second novel, I was like, man, we're gonna do this right. And then it just didn't sell very well. And then some of the same people that loved the first one, the second novel, and they weren't sequels or anything, it was just a totally different novel. They're like, man, I like the first one better. It's like, no, you can't. Like this one, I leveled up on this one. So
well, that's when you have to ask yourself, what is it about the first one that they liked better that you're missing? When you got, even though you were getting better, when you fail, you literally have worked out your muscles though to where you're going to be even more badass next book.
Yeah.
Like the first things I ever made comics wise were me just as a little kid, just drawing and just letting myself out on the page, just going crazy. And it was that. It wasn't like any type of winning thing. I was just learning. And then when I finally started making stuff, I started small. I made like a 10-pager, you know, like a small mini pitch. And like, of course, that didn't go anywhere. Like I sent that off to Dark Horse and and different people, maybe Image. And, of course, I'm not going to hear anything back. And you fail. And then what do you do from that? You learn from that. And my next book, I was even better. And I put that online. I knew it was never going to really get published. So I just, I did the online comic thing. And back then I thought, what if, I build an audience this way? There was no Comicsgate or anything going on. I was just like, build an audience this way. And I just do the online thing for a bit. And then, of course, that failed too. But I had made like a 75 or 80 page comic by then. Well, that's a lot of good experience too. I was even better. And then I started to make Monster MD with a different artist. And then I learned a lot from that. And he ended up like tossing the project and just kind of leaving me high and dry. So I move on. I find Marco and I'm like juiced, man. Like I'm illegal. Like how powerful I feel when I start making this new version of Monster MD. Yeah. I'm like, Marco, you and me are going to just rock this. I added scenes. I rewrote the whole thing from the ground up. I turned it into the best comic book I could. And I feel great about it. I feel really powerful now.
Well, I wouldn't I don't think any of that's a failure. Like, especially with Road Trip, because at the end of that tunnel, I think I was 1,000 times faster and 1,000 times better than when I first started. Yeah. So exactly. Just like you said, I mean, it's all training. Nothing's a failure.
Yeah.
And I learned so much about producing books, the flow of a page and different things like that. I mean, it's
so important.
Yeah.
They say you have to draw 100 comic pages before you're going to draw your first good one. Something like that. Yeah, I bet you're there and then some, man.
It's 1,000,000 words, right? So I think that's what I remember hearing.
Is it for writers 1,000,000 words?
1,000,000 words. At least that's what they said in like for writing novels. It was 1,000,000 words. So I figured, that's it's a few novels.
That Road Trip TPB was 155 pages. So, there's there's your 100 pages.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good experience.
That's awesome. I've actually did draw some comics back in the day. I've actually drawn a few on my own. I think that's very important for writers to do. Like you end up learning how to make comics. And how the artist looks at panels. When you describe panels and stuff to them.
That's extremely respect.
Actually.
The respect for how good artists, for when you have a good artist.
So I try to write to where it's easy for them. You know what I mean? Like my scripts, I'm like, not too wordy, make it simple,
Yeah.
Well, you're right, because I don't think a lot of writers understand the way they see things in their head that doesn't translate to comic pages well. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And, because writing for a visual medium is a craft in and of itself.
Like when I worked with Chuck Dixon, he knew exactly the way shit was supposed to go down, So so
that guy's a samurai, man.
He knows like a relief. I was like, oh shit, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I actually discovered this version of Black Terror from 1989, I believe, that Chuck Dixon helped write.
Yes.
And I just ordered, it was a three-parter. I just ordered it and it's in the mail now and I cannot wait to read this. It's Black Terror done with like a film noir.
I think he was a villain in that series.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not positive.
Yeah, or he was at least like anti-hero, like borderline.
Yeah.
So he's really nasty.
Black Terror.
I want to recognize that Eric is
Hell
here.
Yeah.
But
Eric,
first, I think I got it wrong way. I want to recognize that Rob is here.
Hey.
Rob's been on the show before, but I don't know. Rob, you might do a quick introduction for people that haven't seen you.
Yeah, I'm the writer for Replicator comic. We're still on Indiegogo. We've pretty much wrapped up now. Just finished shipping 370 orders, so that's super exciting, and just working on the behind the scenes digital at the moment, which is cool. Do you guys do that? Do you like a behind the scenes digital stuff?
I love that kind of stuff.
I love it too, but it doesn't seem that popular. Like, not many people do it.
I think that might be a creator's niche. I'm saying, like, creators love to see that, but like the regular guys, like,
That I could see that. I've thought about that. I offered my behind the scenes as a full sketchbook on Monster MD, and like, I didn't really expect anyone to get them. We got about, I think, 200 or maybe more than 200 people that got them. That's not very much, but the people who got them have written me about it saying, "Oh my God, I'm so excited to get this. Like, I cannot wait to see this sketchbook." So, yeah, you have those fans out there that just love a good sketchbook.
Yeah.
There's got to be a big percentage of people that, buy comics. They're interested in comics, but they also have the dream of creating comics. I was thinking about this. I would bet more people that read comics are either, dabbling in making their own comics or want to someday than are just strictly comics fans, if that makes sense.
Well, even gamers too, because when they put out the Art of Darksiders, like that book was insane, dude.
Any art of book is really good for any aspiring artist, because they're always filled with just a trove of information, concepts, and behind the scenes
design choices.
Yeah,
I love concepts. I think they're like the most interesting thing.
Absolutely. Eric, is that a new drawing desk, or has that always been there?
I got a standing desk.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
This has not always been there. It was actually right over here, but I got a new desk. Honestly, this is a Husky workbench I got it from Home Depot. And it's 62 inches, so I had to move the drafting table over here. So
wow.
Nice. So you can almost open up your giant X-Men book on top of it, right?
It might.
Almost.
I think maybe half a page could fit on it. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Giant tome.
I'm still working on like arrangement and all of that in terms of like where tables go and where shelves go, but it's a work in progress.
So
nice.
Is this like, so on the computer you're forced to stand and be all active when you're lettering and stuff, and then whenever you draw, that's like you get permission to sit down?
I hadn't thought about it that way, but it's not a bad idea.
Like it helps motivate you to be like, get the computer stuff done quick and then get on that drawing, because drawing is where you have to really focus.
Not a bad idea. I just I got tired because sometimes I'll do a marathon lettering session and work for like 18 hours. So I'm tired. I get tired of sitting all day. So it's a hand crank adjustable. So it's not one of them fancy push a button and make it go up and down. But
that's cool. Junkyard Done says, Rob, your comic made it here to Japan last week. Thanks so much. I try to put up with an unboxing sometimes this week. I'll try to put up an unboxing sometime this week.
That's sweet. Thank you. Appreciate it so much.
Jason Black has returned. I was thinking about Jason Black the other day and how I have not seen him around. But Jason, it's great to see you back. He's quite an artist. I've seen him posting stuff on Twitter. Have you guys seen any of his paintings?
Nope.
Very impressive stuff. Yeah. Jason Black is one to follow, I really think.
I'll have to check that out. I was just thinking of painting about 10 minutes ago.
Painting? Yeah. He's good. Like, it looked like, I thought they were photos at first. They were incredible. Really good stuff. So speaking, we were talking about Chuck Dixon. We have 41 people here, by the way. That's great. This is the place to be. If you guys don't mind leaving a like and sharing this as well, that'll help us get a few more people in. We want to be the most fun stream right now that's going on. So that's the goal. But did you guys see Chuck Dixon posted a little poem about Mary Sue's or something? I'm going to pull it up here. Did you see that?
No.
Chuck Dixon.
I follow him.
Yeah, it was pretty great. Oh, here it is. I'm going to share the screen and we'll look at this. Share screen. I know this is the most entertaining part. Chuck Dixon. There we go. He said, "Well, hello, Mary Sue. Goodbye, plot. Oh, Mary Sue, there's nothing you can't do. And you know, Mary Sue, you're all we've got. So, hello, Mary Sue. Goodbye, plot. Kind of stumbled over that a little bit. That was pretty good.
It's like Dr. Seuss came in to tell it like it is. That's awesome. I mean, he's as a really good writer who knows the craft better than most. What he's saying is perfect. Is absolutely true. Yeah. Once you start with this is going to be a Mary Sue driven story, your plot falls apart.
And I think about this like this is good writing advice, and the trope of a Mary Sue has been around for an awful long time. But when did it become political? Like there are certain things you can't talk about. I was having one of these discussions yesterday.
It became political in 2016.
2016 ruined everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's insane. Like this is something that you can't critique on. But then I've never heard the term Mary Sue so often since I learned that you're not supposed to say it.
What? You're not allowed to call Mary Sue's Mary Sue?
Yeah.
I wonder who made up that rule.
Apparently not. Probably this.
They always say you're not allowed. Yeah, she did it. She did it, or Kelly Sue DeConnick. But no, man, it's a real trope. It's probably become more popular because of internet fan fiction culture. I bet. I mean, isn't that where it comes from?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the term came from, but yeah, the trope has been. I mean, it's everywhere. Even the new. Well, here's the thing: the new Terminator movie. Haven't you even seen that? I haven't even seen it.
No, I watched the first 3 minutes online.
Okay. I'm just making some assumptions based off of the trailer that I saw, but it just looks like, oh, this is going to be the same kind of Mary Sue stuff that I've already seen a million times. And and I don't know that that's true, but
let's give some credit to I haven't seen the movie, but let's give some credit to Sarah Connor. I mean, she's definitely not a Mary Sue.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I like Sarah Connor a lot.
And Terminator.
I love Terminator, man. Terminator actually embraced the horror movie by the end. It just went full horror movie, and it was pretty horror movie throughout. And I just loved that. And two, it was less horror movie and more like just awesome action, just fun like action like you've never seen action before. It was amazing.
Did you see the most recent one yet? Or
no,
nobody's seen it. Okay. This is my point, though. It's like there's nothing that drew me in, and that's because I was worried about getting, the old bait and switch. Yeah. You're interested in it, and it just turns out to be political. But I don't know. I don't know that was the case or not. Someone will have to tell me in the chat. But Chimera for $2. Thank you very much for the super chat. Says here's some shekels, Clint. Can't wait for Downcast. Appreciate that. Thank you.
I did a show this past weekend, and I kind of like I was talking to a couple of the other artists there, and we kind of we got the feeling that it was like this SJW movement is kind of it's running its course. It's starting to, at least. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a strong politically correct type of atmosphere that we were into at the
there's always, it seems like action and reaction, and the pendulum swings, and I don't know. I'm not sure where things will be, but the next time there's a presidential election, I can only imagine.
Oh yeah.
We're going, when the art historians look back at this, and a lot of them are, and they're going to have to look at the comics and the movies of our era, the TV, whatever. They're going to have to talk about and be honest about this far left, like for a while the left turned creating media is only as good as your politics, and only as good as like your messaging, and your messaging is only on point if it's political. And that became what's virtuous to like run in their circles. So they're all doing it. Even commercials you watch on TV, it's gone crazy. And they're going to have to talk about this. And I think they're going to admit it was very political. And this is just an era that I hope we can swing the pendulum back on.
How money and creativity went south, and it was all about being politically correct. Yeah. I totally agree about that. Yeah. But they had a Disney artist there, and he had a painting of a half naked chick. you know, on his with the Disney art. And I was like, yeah, I think it's going south. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. I'm getting ready to pick a script here. I want input. I don't want to pick it myself. Well, let's do this. I liked how we did the short commercial announcement. Preston's got a book up right now called Doc Salem Monster Hunter. Preston, could you give us a 30-second pitch or commercial for your book?
Honestly, it'd be easier if you just hit the play button.
All right. Let's try that too. Sorry, I got to remember
rock and roll.
Share my audio. Here, I'll try this again. Share screen.
Let my trailer do the talking. I like it.
Took me all day to get that done.
Could be epic.
Hello, my name is Preston Acevedo, Valiant Comics cover artist and contributing artist on Handheld Preston's Golden Age revival titles, Jungle Comics and Planet Comics. I'm also the creator of Doc Salem, Monster Hunter. Doc Salem is a 48-page full-color graphic novel that reimagines the world of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Doc Salem is the story of Victor von Frankenstein as he endures life-threatening wounds inflicted by his very own creation. His trusty assistant Igor injects him with the elixir of life, which puts him in a state of suspended animation. When he finally awakens, decades have passed and times have changed. The world that he once knew long gone, and the tables have turned. Monsters have emerged from the shadows and taken over. Victor finds that he has a wanted man for crimes against humanity. Due to the devastation his monster had wrought, Victor assumes the guise of Doc Salem to make amends for his transgressions and hunt down rogue monsters. Doc Salem brings you a fresh new look inside the world of classic monsters and Lovecraftian mayhem. So please support this project and join Doc Salem as he brings peace and balance to the world, one monster at a time.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yes.
That was metal.
Doc Salem.
Dude, is Doc Salem's monster he created still out there, and he's like the ultimate monster, like living in a castle, like waiting?
You know, that's a question like a lot of people have been asking, and I try not to answer it because I wanted it to be like this big surprise plot point. But of course, he's got to be out there, and they got to have a showdown. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I don't want to give too much away, but I've been pulling from as far as the story goes, some of the public domain villains and stuff like that from like
Golden Era.
Yeah, and
Very cool.
Golden, going gold.
Yeah, so I want to have him like conquer them and use them as an army to come back and conquer civilization. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to Doc Salem to kind of put a stop to it. But like I said, I think I just gave away the whole plot to this.
No. Don't let us know that. Just be like, yeah, there's so much more. You won't believe.
Yes, there's more.
Just,
It sets
awesome.
it
There you
up
go.
for volume 2, though, and where
That's
I bring in
Exactly.
Dr. Grimsberg, and Dr. Grimsberg is the exact opposite to Doc Salem. It's a chick instead of a dude. She's got huge knockers. And
Nice.
Well, I posted the link. It looks like Aldous is on it too.
He's on point today.
On point. What a great wrench there. Lots of great wrenches in tonight, actually.
Hey,
I love monster books though. Like it's like Vaughn's book is badass too. Like
It's a bit
lot
of a
of-
theme, yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of Monster Hunter books out there. Well, his is a Monster MD, I guess. So everybody Doc Salem shoots, he has to go repair them.
I hang out with them later. Be like, yeah, you got insurance.
Yeah. Can you believe that prick shot me?
Unbelievable, these pricks these days.
hey, let's give a nod to Aldous in the chat for working on this with me.
Oh, cool.
That's right.
You guys have probably seen this by now, but we are working on a book called Savage Wilds. And this piece I
Nice.
finished this weekend.
Savage Wild.
And there's a reflection. There's a there's a glare.
In the top loader.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
There we
Oh
go.
yeah, I did see something about that. I
So-
was going to ask you guys if you wanted
Cool.
a pinup or something like that for it because I really think that's a cool idea. Yeah.
Very cool.
Um,
So is this
So
the
we're excited.
cover?
Right now, it's just a promo piece. I don't know if it'll end up being the cover. So you
Okay.
guys will all see this. If you have backed Flying Fortress, you'll get a colored version of this.
Nice.
which I'm trying to.
Oh, really?
Again here.
Cool.
So yeah,
Not
we're
bad at all.
excited. This is coming after Oz, so rest assured, Oz is still coming.
Nice.
It better be.
All right. Well, let's look at some of these scripts here. We're looking at the comic experience. This is a script archive.
A writer who I wonder what their scripts look like is I wonder about Warren Ellis, and I wonder about Garth Ennis, like what their scripts, how they read. You ever wonder about them? Because I like them.
Warren Ellis,
and then Kelly Sue DeConnick is my muse. So
I'm with you. I like Garth Ennis too. I think he's badass.
We'll say, and we're looking in chat too if you have any suggestions. I see one for Bendis.
Cullen Bunn.
Cullen Bunn, that's another one.
I got him to back.
Oh, Cullen Bunn. Oh,
so,
yeah.
You got him to back your campaign?
Yeah. I kind of.
That's awesome.
But
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Huh, that's funny. Okay, so we got Cullen Bunn. Let's see, we Warren Ellis.
There's no Claremont on there.
Bendis.
Claremont scripts.
Denny O'Neil. I don't see
Claremont's the man.
That'd be nice, but he's not on there. It's too bad.
I don't see him. I'm sure we could find one somewhere. This is what we have to work with, I guess.
Jeff Johns.
Mark Wade. Yeah. Oh, Jim Zub.
Mark Wade. Jim Zub.
Jim Zub loves me.
What happened? Does he really hate you?
No.
Mr. White
yeah,
Tea?
kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of an ongoing joke, but no, he just I followed him a little bit. We've emailed back and forth a few times several years ago, and he was actually really nice and helpful to me. I had questions, and then I started making videos, and yeah, he's called me out a couple times on videos, like, "Hey, my name was in this video," is positive, but it's just kind of a joke, ongoing thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. I thought it was going to be a gosh darn you, sweet cast, as he shakes his fist.
Yeah, we had a conversation on Twitter that was kind of like he was waiting for it to deteriorate into madness, but I was very respectful the whole time, so there was no, it couldn't have gone south. But it was just funny. Like, I posted a video, and then like 5 minutes later, he immediately says, "Hey, I saw that you made this video," and anyway, I don't know. I'd have to look at the video. It's not actually that interesting. I just like to joke about Jim's
Well, we thought it was going to be a story of like someone you looked up to, a mentor, and then he I have to turn my back on you. At least he wasn't like that. No. That happened to me with Eric Larson.
Oh, really?
He was going nuts and attacking people on Facebook and like being really political. And I was like, "Eric, you must chill." And he was like, "I don't have to chill. I don't have to chill. It's a fascist regime. It's fascism." And I was like, "Dude, you need to chill. You must chill or I will unfollow you." He's like, "Whatever, I'll block you." And he did. And I was like, "Dude, I used to buy your comics when I was like a little boy. You can't do this." Like, it was like it was before Comicsgate. It was like another thing that kind of like led me in that direction.
Yeah. Are we talking about the same Eric Larson that put out the XXX Savage Dragon cover?
He's the only asshole who has ever put out Savage Dragon.
That's the one.
Yeah, that one.
That's the one.
The super pornographic Savage Dragon cover.
Well, it's because he's so bored because he's been drawing the same book for like 30 years. Like he's like Todd McFarlane at least was like, "Nah, someone else can draw Spawn." But like Eric Larson was like, "I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna be in the World Book of Records." And Todd is like, "I'll see you there, buddy. I'll see you there."
Love that.
His book is porn because he's so bored and like nobody respects him or his book. It's not worth just getting your name in a stupid record book, man. Let it go.
It's chicken scratch. I love Rob's dog, by the way. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dog.
I have never
got a wolfhound.
Yeah, it is. Good call.
I have never understood why anybody was ever interested in Eric Larson's artwork.
I wasn't in the beginning.
Never once did I ever say, "Oh, that's good. That makes me want to draw."
When he did Savage Dragon, I thought he was good. Spider-Man, he was never a good Spider-Man artist.
I liked him on Spider-Man, but that's when I was a kid. I don't know if I would like it now. Back then, the way that, like, in the moment, in that era, his art had this like slightly manga style, and that was becoming really popular. It was that kind of Eric or the school of like Rob Liefeld and Jim, like all those dudes. That's why he went over to Image with them. He was a big hitter with Spider-Man, and I bought like all those Sinister Six runs, and it did make me want to draw Spider-Man. But I will say this: Todd McFarlane made me want to draw Spider-Man a lot more.
Yeah. Also, he spelled his name wrong.
I thought it was a poor follow-up to Todd McFarlane's run, but
it's not as cool.
He just never felt like he was comfortable drawing Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, or his small, tiny micro run on the Heroes Reborn Thor. Like, that was terrible. Yeah. But Savage Dragon, when he did that, you can tell that he really loved doing that. You know, he put his heart into it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the first few. Yeah.
Now it's just out of spite. That's what it feels
now
like.
We're slamming him for it.
Yeah. $2 super chat.
Yes, we are.
from Hugh Jass. Thanks for that $2 super chat. I appreciate that. It says, where can I find MP3 of your awful theme music? I've been there's a lot of strong opinions, especially lately, about my theme music. I think I've got one somewhere, but it's been so long since I put it. Right now, it's just kind of in a template. But if you really want to just rip it from a video or something, go for it. Feel free. So I hope that helps.
Just ripping that like 5-second clip and just listening it on repeat till you go mad. Yeah,
that's why I go to sleep at night.
I suspect it's for a meme. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. But
it's a cute. It sounds like a Mega Man level or something. It's adorable.
You know, I was trying to find something. I thought that H3H3 had, their theme music that's kind of like this 8-bit thing. You know, I liked that. Like, it kind of had the right tune, the right feel. So I tried to find something that was 8-bit, and that's just what I just went with it. Now it's like, got to stick with it now, because some people love it. Like, I've had threats like, do not get rid of this theme music, and then other people hate it passionately.
Dude,
so
just see what happens. Like, do one video where it's different.
Yeah, totally different intro.
You're gonna hear from people if you do that. The peppermint patties. I call those fans peppermint patties because they love the little peppermints and they love the little music.
Yeah, Hugh says, I want the whole thing for chest day. I don't know what chest day is. Oh, you want to work out to it. No.
He wants to get angry so he can push that weight a little further.
I'm gonna have to look and see. It's a public domain music or something like it's a free, commercially free music, and I can't remember the name of it, but it is out there.
What like got you to make that your theme song and your intro? I mean, I'm not knocking it. It's kind of cool, but
you're not knocking it.
Hey,
it's not as shitty as others.
I'll say it worked, I guess, enough. I'm curious. I don't know if it. Really
I will say this. I'm not like the biggest fan of it, but because I associate it with you and I like you, I'm cool with it. But with the imagery of this little sweeties and all the shit you got going, and then like, hi guys, it's me, Sweet Cast. Like, some people might think it's a little like you're gonna give makeup tips or something, you know. But really here's how I looked at it, because I knew you were doing comic commentary and stuff. I looked at it when I first started watching you as, he's a nice guy. He's chill. Like, this is going to be a chill, nice guy show, which sometimes you want. Like, it brings you comfort. You know what I mean?
You know, it evolved though. I didn't have the intro to start. Like, it was just the music, and I would talk over it, and then people started saying, "Quit talking over your music." The reason I want to listen to it first, so I bounced it back. So you would just hear the music, and then I start talking, and then. 3D Robin made the intro because he's like, oh, I've got some good ideas to incorporate peppermint candy, and so now it's like, it's just built in. So
it's official.
There's a lot of @SweetCasts I'm seeing in the chat. Let me just address some of these real quick. G-Pez says, have you guys thought of each doing your own takes on each other's stories? Eric does his own version of Downcast, and Clint does his own version of Flying Fortress. You mean like writing or creating comics? I could do a pretty terrible job at drawing a book, if that's what you mean.
I think Image did that at one point. Like they all switched up. All the creators took on each other's title.
Oh,
that was they did actually. I think Rob Liefeld did Shadowhawk. Tiger did Cyberforce, and I kind of liked Rob Liefeld's version of Shadowhawk though, but I was never a big fan of whatever his name is. I don't know.
Dark Admiral March Harris says, if somebody blows you crap, Sweetcast, just tell them a story. The endless nightmares will fix them. Yeah, I told my dog ate a cat one time on a Halloween. I told that story on Peter Smetty's stream, and everyone just lost their minds.
Now, was it a cat or was it a kitten?
It was a kitten. It was a
Your
yellow
dog
lab.
ate a kitten, and you witnessed this?
I witnessed it. Yep.
You have to be a witness if you're feeding it to the dog.
Yeah. See, that's
you
where it
fed
went.
it to the dog.
No, I was pulling him away, saying, "Please, dog, don't eat him."
No, please stop.
He did.
That was the amount of
Jesus.
There we go. Vault Kobold says, try looking at Bendis's script. Okay, there's another vote for Bendis. Nella Possessed says, Sweetcast created Sweetcast to torture people with music. Yeah. Chimera says, Sweetcast, a temple of Comicsgate, wear a beanie, Clint. You're right, I gotta try it.
All right, that is kind of a weird choice because you're a musician. You know what I'm saying? And you like really good music, and then you got this intro. It's like da da da.
It was the right. I don't know. I thought it was the right feel that I was going for, but I don't know. I will have to say this: everyone talks about it, so
yeah. Well,
marketing. Dark Admiral Archer says, "I feel Sweetcast opening should be Goodbye Horses." Okay, 3D Robin says, I put Sweetcast hypnosis into intro loop. Yeah, so 3D Robin gets it. It's all about people watched it, listen to the music, they're hypnotized, and then they can't click away.
It's the only way. It's the only way you get viewer retention.
Yeah. All right. So
by the way, I gotta point out that you missed a chat up there before by Huge Ass 946. I'm just gonna.
Did I miss it?
You should probably bring that one up on screen.
I wonder if Neil Gaiman's scripts are like really dense or not. I wonder.
I would be
curious. I would look at his stuff.
All right, I've got to find who wrote this super chat on.
It's not a super chat.
Or which chat? There's a lot of chats to look through.
Regular chat, YouTube chat, Huge Ass.
I've got to find it. Okay, there's the super chat one.
Nope.
So above that,
it's right. No.
Who is Garth Anus? What's that?
Keep going. You'll find it.
Garth Anus.
I have a feeling this is going to be
hate us because he anus.
Real nice.
It's here. He just put it in again. It's the latest chat. He just
All right,
put
okay. That solves some things. Here we go. Eric Weathers is always right. Thank you, Huge Ass, for that. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Now
all right.
I'm going to log out of my sock puppet account and.
Well, that was important for us.
That was very important.
Totally.
I found out today that I'm a king as well.
How we did that.
I saw that too. The king of lettering. All right, let's pick a script. I heard 2 people say Bendis. You guys want to try Bendis?
Yeah, sure.
We'll see. There's only one.
I'm curious. What if he's really good? Even though his dialogue, oh my god, it's atrocious these days. Okay.
Eat it.
No, I don't want to run.
Just keeps going and going. Oh wow. You must use a Bendis software to unlock this code. What is this?
I don't know what Doxalon. What's that?
Oh, they have to run a translator so we can understand Bendis. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I don't know. I don't get it.
Let me just try colon button here just to see if it's going to do the same thing. Is it? I've never.
They look like they're. So that means they're in different formats. Some of these.
Yeah.
Because this is a doc, right? Yeah.
It says Word.
Looks like we've got no choice. Kelly Sue DeConnick, open up, baby, because we're coming in.
I'm just gonna click on it.
That's how I like to talk to feminists. The only time I sound sexist or manly in my life is when I talk to feminists. I'm just like, sup, baby. Like, I like just overdo it. They love me. They love me.
I don't.
What's this?
You hear that?
not
The
working.
feminists love me. I did date one or two.
You dated I
dated a couple feminists. Yeah.
How did that go?
And I lived in Chicago. They were like locusts. They were everywhere. They all think they're feminists in Chicago.
Do it.
They all sleep with you on the first date. They all sleep with you on the first date, but they're all feminists. It's a weird dichotomy.
That's the power they have over.
I don't know why it's not working.
Oh no!
This is going swimmingly.
Technical difficulties. We should play the theme song quick. Confuse everyone.
Don't leave this dream.
The show is great. The show is great.
Is this the same? Isn't this the same website?
Everybody, go around and pitch your stuff while he's doing this or something.
Do you guys just read Western comics, or do you read manga as well?
I read manga too.
I've never read.
I've
never read manga or manga. I've watched 2 animes. That's it.
Which ones?
One Punch Man and Death Note. Yeah.
Yes.
Those are fun.
They were both good. Like I couldn't
Berserk.
Couldn't knock them.
It's awesome.
I love the movies.
I wouldn't know where to start.
I don't like that newer series they did.
Oh, the Netflix.
I won't
thing?
watch that. It
Oh
gives
my
me a
God.
headache. Not the Netflix one, but the I don't know. I forgot what studio did it, but they tried to be really weird and did way too many 3D models, and it just ruined the art.
Yeah, that's the one that was on Netflix. But it's that same.
Oh, it is.
animation
It's
they
on
used for
Netflix now.
Godzilla.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Like the Godzilla.
Oh, see, I
Netflix series.
can't
That was
get into those,
terrible.
man.
Yeah.
I can't get into them. Makes me mad. I want that. I want to get into them so bad, man. I want to enjoy the hell out of them, but not my bag.
No,
yeah, it's like, why have a headache? Yeah.
The new Devilman series. It took a while for me to get into, but I'm a huge Devilman fan, so I gave it to Tom to get good. Yeah, and
that was a good one. That was a bizarre, really cool series, though.
Yeah.
Really, it was artful. It was artful. It was really
well. The
interesting.
beginning was hard because it was so slow. You know what I'm saying? But once it started, it was good, dude. I really liked it.
It was nasty in all the right ways.
I heard a baby crying. I'm like, whose babies? And that's my daughter that's crying. My wife's on it now.
And the Dad of the Year award goes to. All right.
Shit, I got a kid.
All right. Okay. So it was just certain of those scripts were in different file formats that I don't have the software for. So
Desolation Jones.
Here's Desolation Jones by Warren Ellis. How's that?
Ooh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Warren Ellis is cool.
Has anyone
but let's
read
see how he writes.
Desolation Jones? I've never read it.
Oh, me neither.
Okay, let's look. We're gonna read the panel descriptions. I want to see what characters we have. We have man, woman, doctor, psych.
How simple.
Look, there we go. So we got to take some parts here. Who wants to be who can be a good woman first off? Someone's got to step forward.
I shall be that woman.
Okay, you be the woman. Right. Okay. Eric, you're a man. You want to be the man? No. Okay. All right. All right.
I am a man.
Okay, I'll be the man then. Doctor, is that better? Is that upgraded enough?
Oh, that's nice.
Doctor. How about Preston? Because you're Doc Salem, you can be the doctor.
I'll be the doctor.
Nice.
Be the doctor. And then Rob, you want to be the psych?
Yep.
All right. And Eric.
Hopefully, there's no more characters.
Well, I will see how far we get, I guess. I was gonna say, well, Eric, do you want to read these descriptions, or do you want Vaughn to? Vaughn, you're good at it. What's that?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. This is the description. This is interesting. Here we go.
I'm reading this.
Sure, in the panel descriptions. This is instructive. This tells us what's going on behind the writer's mind, you know.
This is inside the mind of who wrote this?
Warren Ellis.
Of Warren Ellis. Stop scrolling, dude. Desolation Jones is around 6 feet tall and skinny, bordering on skeletal. He's around 30, but his hair's gone gray. Some gray is his eyes. Same gray as his eyes, and his face is getting lined already. Very pale. Hair's getting a little wild. Big goggles and a gas mask respirator are permanent fixtures. Goggles pushed up into his hair, mask hanging around his neck. He only has one set of clothes, an orange plastic jacket, slightly too big for him, cut out from a hazmat suit, black plastic pants. Man, this guy really knows how to dress. And heavy black t-shirt. On the inside of each forearm are tattoos. On the left side forearm, a spiky version of the hazmat symbol. On the right, inside forearm, the words Desolation 01.
Okay, commentary. I love this. This is because he's not trying to be flowery. He's just listing things, and I really like that in scripts.
He painted quite a cool picture of his main character that an artist can really spark creativity off of.
Yeah,
and he did it simply and effectively.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit. That's nice. All right, here we go. Page 1. I got to scroll to get there. Page 1, and who's the man again? I'm the man. That's right.
You're the man. You're the
man. You're the man.
Okay, here we go.
Everything on the first page is black and white. Everything is also a little spatially disordered. 6-panel grid, 3 rows of 2. A man's face looms into our field of vision, his middle-aged features distorting as if seen through a bad lens.
Mr. Jones, you appear to be pissed as a fart again.
What? Cut 2, a middle-aged woman sitting in a big chair, reading from a cardboard folder. Again, the distortion, the chair seeming massive, her hands ballooned by the weird focus into immense talons.
Michael Jones, what an interesting dossier you present. M16 does not request professional drinking in any job description, young man.
That's MI6.
MI6, yeah.
The doctor standing over us, surrounded by...
Oh, shit!
A too bright field
Sorry, don't have me assassinated, James Bond. Okay.
Lens flare bouncing around our eyes.
Oh, so this is going to be British shit?
I'm sorry, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, I can't report you fit for the field. I could strip paint with your blood. And that the dereliction of duty is charged. And well, terrible at this.
An older female psychiatrist studies us, surrounded by shadows. A light source from above bounces off her little glasses, so that we cannot see her eyes.
So this is a woman.
It's understood that you've experienced extraordinary stresses in your work, Mr. Jones. However, Britain's secret intelligence service requires more resilience. Put another way, James Bond never urinated on himself.
Only not others.
Man, he's got that great sense of humor.
Yeah.
The accent already, so it's
wrong country, but yeah. This is I actually quite like this. He's very good. He's good with his words. Yeah. Funny. It's like funny in a proper way, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of character. I got to say, I'm pretty impressed so far. Any other comments?
Yeah, there's a lot of good things going on. I like that we start with tension, and I like how with very simple lines and just the right word choices, you're getting a sense of these characters and the type of situation they're in. He's just he really knows how to like keep the sentences, because he's writing for comics. You got to keep them pithy, and they got to pop. But then you got to choose the right descriptor words to make them kind of give the character a personality. Like what would the doctor say versus the man or the woman? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
this is a good technique. Like this first line is great because it's just like, what? Pissed as a fart. Never heard that. But it's a good technique because you have one character defining another character, and that helps you to get to know that character in a faster way. And so you appear to be pissed as a fart again. So is he gets angry often. Like it just tells us a lot about the character. This is very good. It's just showing us a lot about the character with words. So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Page 2. Okay. We gotta switch it up now. There's new characters.
Oh man, and an old man.
Let's go through.
I'll be the barman.
Okay, barman. Okay, old man. I'll be the old man.
I'll be an old. Okay.
I
know I can do an old man.
Here, well, why don't you do the panel descriptions?
Okay. Ready?
All right, yeah, let's do it. Okay.
There's no other people in this scene?
Not on this page. We'll switch it up again on the next page.
Cut to a barman against a hell of bottles, glasses and lights, grinning at us. See how he painted a really good picture? Sorry to interrupt, but like that's good and it's very simple.
Yeah. No, and I gotta say it's good. Like the point of this is not, it's also like a copyright thing. We don't just want to read through the whole thing. So do interject.
Okay.
Please do. Anybody on the panel.
There are many good reasons for drinking, and one's just entered my head. If you don't drink when you're living, how the fuck can you drink when you're dead?
That's awesome. I dig that. Yeah.
Cut to an old man in an old suit, his head swelling in the weird fisheye lens focus as he leans towards us conspiratorially, narrow eyes gleaming.
MI6 has many alternatives available for an agent unable to continue in the field. You have been added to the short list for a medical initiative called the Desolation Test. I would bold this.
It's all bolded though.
Yeah.
Well, no. In the script, it's all bolded. That's his formatting. But I mean,
that's his formatting.
Yeah, in the final, and I'm sure he's doing a lettering script or something later. I'm just saying.
This would make that a lot more dramatic.
Bolded, so I see no underlines.
No underlines.
It might be letterer's choice, or it might be he doesn't like to use his italicizing.
He might not.
Yeah, he might not bold.
Yeah. Well, I would bold for the record. Page 2. So that was all page 1. It's kind of a lot of characters going on, but that's not, you can see that on the finished page. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. Just an observation. Let's see.
Head off, guys. I'll catch you around next time. Cheers.
Oh, you're running?
See ya.
Take it easy.
Later.
All right. Okay, so we have caption. I don't know. You guys do you have anything else to say, or do you want to just keep going?
I guess we can keep going. This is kind of fun. Like I'm digging this. Yeah.
It would help if I looked through them ahead of time, then I could plan something out.
Pick a real winner, like a Star Wars.
No, don't look through them ahead of time. This is better.
Yeah, it is. It's
true. It can
be interesting.
You never know what you're going to run into. Okay, so we have some captions. I just want to see what's ahead a little bit here. Captions, descriptions. I'll
be no dialogue.
I'll do the caption.
You'll do the captions. Wrong. Vaughn. I was trying to find wrong.
Sir.
Vaughn, you want to do the panel descriptions? We'll switch it up now.
I'd love
there we
to.
go.
Jones's eyes snap open. We're in monochrome now, a full range of grays, which is good because Jones's eyes and hair are gray anyway.
I fucking hate sleeping. Not that I sleep much.
He sits up naked.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
You're supposed
he sits
to act
up
that
naked. We got to get you naked first. He sits up naked. He's been sleeping on the floor in the main room of a circular 2-floor building, the Chemosphere in LA. I'll provide links later. The place is half empty, as if he can barely commit to living there. A pile of fast food containers sits nearby. There's a computer on the other side of the room lit up. All the windows are heavily curtained. The computer is the only light source in the room, making Jones himself a shadowy, half-seen figure. I really like this. Is good, effective comic writing. He's succinctly, yet in a kind of poetic way, describing things in an effective way for his artist.
Yeah,
so they get all the important information and bite sizes. It's not too overwhelming for them, while setting off that spark of creativity you want them to be feeling when they're working.
Nice. Yeah, that's true. I like that a lot. He's got a lot of good visuals that he's pointing out.
You actually feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like the despair and shit. Yeah.
Feeling it.
And it smells bad.
Yeah.
All right. Captions.
Not that I sleep anymore. Not that I sleep that much anymore. But when I do, it always leaves me shattered.
He walks to the computer away from us, running a hand through his hair. There's a lot of scar tissue on his skinny body. The computer screen is black and red.
I ran out of pills. The pills make me feel like shit, but it's better than dreaming.
That's so depressing.
It's a very Max Payne noir.
Yeah,
that's great.
Take a Viking.
Yeah,
I'll be no dialogue.
On screen, the DJ symbol in the logo, desolationjones.com, all in red. I'm going to go to that website later and see what happens. An email symbol in the lower right. The screen is replaced by an email, and the screen is now full color. Email from manofmeat@hotmail.com. Subject, job. Details enclosed. Appointment set. Color is now bleeding into the panel as he picks up the phone next to the computer and starts tapping.
Okay, I got to say, the no dialogue sections, Eric, you nailed that. Great job.
You.
I appreciate that.
Well,
it takes a lot of finesse, but I pulled it off. I appreciate it.
Nailed it.
I felt good about that.
All right, here we go. Jones.
Okay. Oh yeah, Jones.
Oh, is this a new?
Who's Jones?
No, this is the same character.
I don't think Jones is.
The Jones lead?
Now the caption, that was Jones in his head. Am I correct?
Oh,
is this Jones?
I guess I'm Jones.
Like one of his dreams. Another one of his dreams.
No, but he doesn't like dreams. That's why he has the pills, man.
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So this is Jones.
That'll work. Bloody hell, Geronimus.
Jones on the phone, still trying to wake up.
Rabina Jones. God damn it. Jones, do you know what time it is?
God damn it, Jones, do you know what time it is?
No.
He turns to tap at the computer, confused. You useless, limey bastard. It's 10 after 8. God damn it.
Morning or evening?
Morning. I've been in bed 4 goddamn hours. He grimaces, rubbing his eye.
Shit. Sorry. Listen, I need a ride to the hills. Geronis has handed a job off to me. I need to be there for 9:30. Help me out. You know, I can't find my way around this bloody place.
All right. 20 minutes.
And apologies to I never checked any of this, so there are swears in it.
Does it matter? I mean,
sorry, everybody.
No, it's all good. People are just used to, like, we're usually clean on this.
My virgin ears are appalled.
I know.
I'm just trying to get those words out of the way now.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. We're into it. Yeah, I'll point that out. Okay, so we got. Let's see. Pick one. Caption. Robina. That's a new one.
Nah.
I think she was.
If only Rob was here.
Oh, I know. That would be perfect. Have Rob do it. Okay, Robina. Eric, do you want to be Robina?
Oh, heck yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll just continue.
I'm guessing it's a woman.
Yeah, I want to hear some estrogen.
You will get
some lady. I want to hear some ladies.
Estrogen.
You will want this lady. Let me tell you.
Hi.
All right.
You know who was good at being ladies? The kids in the hall. When the kids in the hall were chicks, it was funny as hell, man. They were.
I could do the Monty Python woman voice as well.
Hello.
How you doing? Bloody chilly.
It's Robina.
All right. Exterior chemosphere. Morning. As you'll see from the shots, the thing of hands from precipice overlooking Los Angeles. Beautiful bright morning above the smog line. Make a pretty picture.
I bought this place with blood money, and it was my blood too.
A black van is parked outside the house. There's maybe 20 feet of pathway between the front door and the van. Jones, a black figure huddled under a heavy gray blanket like he was a vampire, scuttles from the house towards the van, which has its passenger side door open, waiting.
You see, dialogue like this, descriptions like that, like inspire an artist to go ahead and really get into the panel work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely something
At the driver's.
Just for inspiration, inspiring the artist. That's another good role for the writer.
Yeah, you really have to have your vision on point if you're gonna be able to know, like, say that he was like a vampire as the blanket is over his head. That really helps the artist visualize what you want him to see. Yeah. It's really good. Yeah. At the driver's seat, as Jones piles in under his blanket, Robina Shiva. Quick note of Indian Pakistani extraction. Rivet head girl. I don't know what rivet head is. She looks at him with exasperation.
Bella goddamn Lugosi. This is my best Pakistani accent, by the way. What the hell do you do all night in that place? I know you don't sleep any more than an hour a day.
Reed.
Say bless my heart.
Bless your heart. I mean, come on.
Jones?
Interior car. Road starting to unroll in front of them as the car pulls off.
Seriously, I'm still trying to get a grip with this place.
Los Angeles? What's the grips with? Jones, you should get yourself a car and see some of it. Man, I'm really nailing this Pakistani.
Oh,
I didn't know I had it in me.
Well, see, that's what I mean. I've been reading about supermodernism. Ooh, that was a good one. I stuck that word.
Supermodernism.
Supermodernism.
What is supermodernism? I've never heard that in my life.
Really long is what it is.
Supermodernism.
Album from Soundgarden.
That sounds. Yeah, it would be an awesome song, wouldn't it?
This is worth Googling. I'm just curious.
It does not exist.
Well, it's a bit more than regular modernism. It's like
the next level modernism. Yeah, but what does it apply to? Is it philosophy? Is it like furniture art? Like, what is it?
It's extreme modernism.
Architecture.
I would have loved it
Architecture.
if the only Wikipedia entry was just a word found in whatever this comic book is.
Yeah, like you don't live in the present.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So this is following. It is following modernism and postmodernism. It's the newest thing. Supermodernism.
Extreme modernism.
That stinks of chic.
Extreme modernism. Well, there you go.
That stinks of trying to cover up postmodernism's like naughtiness.
Modernism.
You're like, no, it's supermodernism.
Rivet head.
I don't know what that is.
Rivet head. Oh, there we go. I want to click on images, but I'm a little nervous.
Oh, is she in a rivet head coat? Looks like you've been going to the clubs again, Clint.
This is rivet head. So this reminds me of.
So this is something that he likes. Warren Ellis likes this goth shit. Had you guys know much about Warren Ellis? He is kind of low rent Alan Moore in that he writes comics and he writes them well, and he's into like really dark evil shit too. He's he's a gothy type dude.
This is stuff I would picture Vaughn wearing.
Yeah. Dude, back in high school, this is what I wore.
I believe it.
I was a goth kid, deluxe.
Did you wear this?
No, I was never like Nine Inch Nails video goth.
You know what
with
I'm
the
thinking?
nips.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I can't. Awesome. Goths are way too pretentious. But I've been actually making these jokes lately. It's kind of like almost like stand up. I want to do. I don't know. But I have this kind of a half joke but half real theory that I've been calling unified goth theory, where we're all a little goth. And if I could ask you a certain a few questions, and based on your answers, I could figure out if you're goth. There's this chick I've been dating where I'm you are the gothiest chick and you have no idea. So I've been proving it to her all the time. The other day she came out and she was like, I love graveyards. I was like, yeah, of course you do, Gothina. You're goth. I've been convincing her she's goth.
How many scars did she have on her wrist?
She wasn't one of those.
She's goth. Did she slice up or was it a cross?
I don't know. She's in long sleeves when we hang out, so I don't know what to say. Up.
So this is super modernism right here.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
You guys ever watch
just garbage?
With Paul Joseph Watson? You ever watch any of his videos? He did one on modern architecture and why it sucks or something like that.
Who?
Paul
Joseph Watson.
Oh, Paul Joseph Watson. I thought you
Yeah.
said Paul goes a flopping, and that didn't make any sense.
That's the cheap ripoff one. He's only got 400 subscribers.
Yeah.
He talked about all this kind of stuff, but I didn't know it was called super modernism. This thing is pretty dang ugly. Look at that.
It's extreme.
Yeah.
Where do you live? I live in like the building pretending to be a set on Star Trek. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, this one looks.
That is
I don't know.
Weird,
it looks like something to be afraid of.
It's 121.
It's kind of cool.
It does. I wonder if it looks cool lit up at night.
Oh yeah,
It might. You can
It looks
see
like
everybody.
you're lit up at night.
It probably looks like an alien's, wang lit up at night.
Here's another one.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like so
What a
short and kind of
Thundercats.
embarrassing.
That's why the Thundercats live.
Phallic.
what
Yeah. Oh,
is that?
There's a mic right there.
kind of is. Yeah.
Oh,
What is this? A blimp?
Whoa.
It's the back end of a blimp. Oh, look, really? It
Yep.
totally looks like a blimp.
Yep, a big blimp, big throbbing blimp.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy.
Yeah, that's it.
It's getting demonetized. That's
They
right.
forgot to erect that one because it
Yep.
would offend too many people if they did.
This one's
We don't want to
little-
get it erected.
Nope, no erecting. That one looked like a painting by Jackson Pollock. This one looks more like
A
a
vacuum.
sci-fi film with Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. This looks like a motel that James
You have to
Bond
think
would
about
stay
that one.
That's definitely a level from a Splinter Cell game.
When are they going to start doing the guys?
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah,
Shoot out the
Giga
lights
building.
and sneak in. And
yeah.
at. How about this
And like
one?
totally in real life, you would have been caught, but you're not. You somehow like just sits there squatting in front of the guards.
You could live in the negative space here. How hip would that be?
That's where the
Into
wormhole
nothing.
happens.
The
Yeah.
rent's cheaper.
Well,
The
no,
view's good, but
I don't know if you can see
falling all
this.
the time.
Look at how weird that is. There's like random lines that are crooked. Do you see that mess? I don't know if that's translating through very well.
It's just
No, I
laziness.
see it.
I see it.
It's a little
I
bit
see
bigger.
it.
I think in the middle, that's the suicide booth. Yeah. People just jump straight down.
Yeah.
That is
There's a hole
in. Just put that there. That looks good there.
right here.
No level needed. No tape measures.
Yeah.
Just, that
Yeah. It looks drunk. The building looks a little drunk.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. This is meth. This doesn't even
that's
look
cool.
modern. This looks like
Yeah.
just a vertical slum.
So
a
that's
parking garage.
okay. Yeah, that's the parking garage in Chicago. I think they did a lot of Transformers filming of those movies in Chicago. I don't know if they might have blown these up, but they look like giant corn cobs, man. I just want to see like a Transformer like laser through the top and just all these cars shoot out like seeds. Just
Should
That'd be
heat
a
it up
good
and
shot.
pop like popcorn.
yeah.
This-
Oh yeah.
Obsessed
That'd be
with
awesome.
Ferris wheel?
And deadly to the city. Cars raining on people. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. it's
Would you
definitely-
Be like
to-
Oprah. And you got
Anybody want to live in a
Real.
donut?
No.
He was trying to come up with his design, and his mom was like, "You don't need to reinvent the wheel," and he was like,
I'll show you.
What's that one right next to the one that looks like a?
Oh, which? The one that looks like French fries? I just
Yeah,
clicked on.
it was right next to that one. I don't.
Oh,
On
"Welcome
I
to
missed it.
McDonald Heights."
these aren't real, right?
no,
There's
they
no
gotta
way.
be real.
They're real. They're
Yeah.
It's
real.
on the internet. There's nothing untrue on the internet.
Yeah, everything's
is
true on the
true.
internet.
This is this is
This is
Photoshop.
real.
It's a slinky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Oh, dude,
Oh my
I'd
God!
be
Welcome to
scared.
America. Oh yeah.
It's the real
Most people
3D
living under
buildings.
That fucking thing.
There's no way. That
No,
is
these
a
aren't real.
share.
That is
Yeah.
badass. That's
That
badass.
is
I like that one,
How would
man.
you like to be?
Like that's Blade Runner, man. That's Blade Runner. Yeah. If you
What-
the
if that
top
was
the
your-
top ones are the worst.
What if that was your office right there?
Just face planted on the glass every day for 8 hours.
Yeah. Now I'm not sure if any of these
amazing.
are real. Now I'm questioning everything. Yeah. Okay. Now I know.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of concepts. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a slinky.
Oh boy.
Mm.
All right.
That's
Well,
awesome.
yeah, that was great. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys. I know we're not going to get through that whole script. So I'm not even going to try to. But that was pretty fun.
My Pakistani accent was a little too good. I get it.
No, that emphasized it all well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do though. Have a little commercial break for Doc Salem.
Doc
Go ahead,
Salem,
Preston, and give us your pitch.
Well, we already did the pitch. Doc Salem is basically Victor von Frankenstein. He tried to conquer life and death, but he ended up becoming a champion for life. With this book, I really want to capture what I felt was lost with comics. There's too much realism involved in comics nowadays, and too much reality. Like it kind of ruins the escapism. And so I wanted to give people an escape from their lives for at least an hour or so. You know what I'm saying? With this property, and within Doc Salem, you're going to see a lot of Lovecraftian horror, a lot of universal monsters, everything that I love in the sci-fi genre. And I'm hoping a lot of other people dig it too. I'm a huge Mary Shelley's Frankenstein fan. Obviously, I mean the whole book's based on that. But yeah,
very cool.
And all the covers. What's that?
He's presented as a bad dude, and is there a way you get us to like him and like?
Well, I've never seen Victor von Frankenstein as a bad guy. He was, in my eyes, I mean, as far as the movies and the classic movies, he was going after a goal, but it wasn't evil and it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of it was just something he had to accomplish, and when he did, I don't even think the monster was evil. I think both were just wildly misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? And Victor kind of came off as being a bad guy because I can't even really say that. Like, I don't even think Frankenstein himself was the bad guy in the movie. I mean, he was the monster, but both of them, in my eyes, were portrayed as monsters because Victor's intentions were kind of good. Like, he was trying to cure death, but in the end, he went too far.
Yeah. He crossed the line. That's the whole moral of the story. That's the horror. That's the core.
And Frankenstein, I mean, he was like a child with way too much power. Like I'm talking about his monster, not the creator.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that's what I found so interesting as a kid about this, because Dracula, you obviously knew who's the bad guy. I'm saying, like, the Wolfman, you knew, but Frankenstein was way more complex than all of those properties. And
I've got to say too. So Preston and I were working together on the Silver Streak story. So
yes,
and that didn't. I hope that goes back, and that David Furr finds a way to make that happen. But I got to say, with Preston, it was really cool to just see, like, I worked on this script, I turned it over, and you were so quick with getting some art and some concepts together. And I don't know, you did a really great job of just putting it together. It was really cool.
Well, a lot of people think that it takes me a really long time to get my pages done because they have so much detail involved in them. But I can actually knock out 2 pages a day.
Wow,
nice.
But not
nice.
Ink. Let me stress that, not ink. All right. But the pencils are super tight, and but it's because I really, really like what I'm doing, and people don't notice, but I don't draw at 11 by 17. I draw at 15 by 23. And so it's huge, but that's another thing too. It's that I'm also a painter, and I need room to kind of have the artwork breathe, It's when I'm working at 11x17, I feel too constrained and too claustrophobic when I'm working.
Wow.
And it causes me to have to work harder and not be as productive because I'm trying to fit too much in a small space.
That's amazing, because I would think that it'd be faster to draw when the page is smaller, but you're fast, but you're doing it at a larger size even. That's impressive.
Well, I'm not the only one. Like Jack Kirby worked bigger than normal. And also Arthur Adams. When I met Arthur Adams at a New Orleans show, his pages were enormous. Like all that detail, that great detail he puts into his pages.
Yeah.
It's because he works so big. And then when the pages get shrunk down for publication, it condenses all of that detail. You know.
That's cool.
That's one thing, like each one of these pages that we're flipping through right now, as for Doc Salem, like all that detail was done at 15 by 23 inches.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love this monster, this Cthulhu looking monster. That's
well,
awesome.
he's in the Lovecraftian universe as far as, but I mean, he's supposed to be Dagon in a book, but I'm such a Cthulhu fan that I gave him aspects of Cthulhu.
Yeah. No, I like that. That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah. Do check out Doc Salem. I posted the link. I'm going to post it again here
also,
for sure.
One more thing. Like you can read the first 10 pages of Doc Salem from the Indiegogo. So if you want to test it out, see if you like it, maybe.
Yeah.
And
love it. Eric, you're ending your campaign soon.
I am on Saturday.
Saturday. All right.
Saturday. Yeah. We're getting to that point where things are in pre-press, and like today, all I did today was like write. Like I'm working on a foreword, and just all of the copy that needs to go in the book. I was trying to get all that written down so I can get it to Ryan, our pre-press feller. The book's done. I think there's going to be one more round of edits. It's FORT, by the way.
Oh, that's what I was doing wrong.
FORTRESS.
That's what FORT.
There's a link in the chat. You could also click on that.
There we go.
Yeah, type in my name and you'll get
just
about 800.
Spelled it wrong a million times. There it is.
Excuse me. Yeah, so we end on Saturday, and I guess real quick, if people don't know, Flying Fortress Remastered, it tells the story of a B-17 crew. They go on a top secret mission to bomb Hitler. They succeed, but then are shot down by an experimental enemy fighter and crash land in the Middle Ages, and they open up a whole can of worms. They discover a plot to take over every dimension by the evil Infinite Reich, headed up by the evil Dr. Pestarts. All backers, if you see right there, scroll up a little bit. There's a little diagram of every physical thing all physical backers get. So you get 6 postcards, a patch, a bookmark, a trading card, and a poster. That's if you back a $35 tier. $50 tier is the featured perk. You get an additional 2 posters with that, with art, with of the cover itself and the Billy Tucci Rawhide Rosie print as well. So
and I helped with the card, so you guys have to get this.
Yes.
Right.
Vaughn did the copy for the back of the card. So
it's creepy.
Yeah,
cool.
He wrote it. He wrote it as if Pestarts was like from his notes on these plague soldiers. The plague soldiers are sort of like the stormtroopers of this kooky world that we cooked up. So yeah, we're closing it on Saturday. So get in while you still can.
Nice. Yeah, very cool. And then Monster MD, you're still open.
Yeah, we are. We're still making money a little bit, like here and there, a little bounce here, a little bounce there. But I might just run through November and maybe then I'll close up. We're doing really well. I kind of admit it. I want to catch up to Long Harbor, and I'm about $600 away from that. I'd love to catch up to Long Harbor.
Yeah,
close.
Because I respect them. I really like them. that artist and everything is cool. But Alejandro. But Monster MD, you guys, if you haven't seen it yet, even though I'm pretty sure you have, it's an amazing book about a doctor to the local monsters. He patches them up after all the monster hunters go ape shit on them. And he works with an invisible surgical assistant named Heidi. And they get into these hilarious misadventures of monster mending. So he's, for instance, in this opening scene here, you see him taking bullets out of a werewolf. The werewolf bites him. He reveals that he has this creepy kind of zombie arm that's been grafted onto him, and you get to learn what that's about as the story unfolds. How did he get it? Because it's not his. It's been loaned to him. He punches the werewolf in the face because sometimes that's the anesthesia for a monster doctor, and you gotta knock him out. And then he says, "Hey, look, a deer!" And then he shoves a muzzle on him so he can get to work on this guy and start pulling bullets out. Unfortunately, because he's a werewolf, he's now healed over the bullets, and they're like inside of his body. So he has to do crazy surgery throughout the night. They both start howling like crazy people. We're learning that this doctor isn't just like Mr. Good Guy. He's kind of a scruffy, weirdo, kind of crazy person. And I mean, you kind of have to be if you're going to be a monster doctor, I think.
I love the muzzle. That's so awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. It was fun. Monster MD has a lot of horror movie references hidden throughout. As you on that van door, it says "They Live." I don't know if you know that John Carpenter classic, but like there's fun things like that hidden throughout for horror movie fans, which I thought was just kind of a fun touch. It just also shows my love for these things, and maybe these things were an influencer in some small way on Monster MD because it's such a rich world of all these different crazy monsters, where you get a funny medical version of them that you haven't seen before. So yeah, hopefully it's fresh and new and fun for people. Eric Weathers is doing amazing on the lettering. He just turned in some massive lettering efforts for us. Yeah. So we are like pretty far. We're getting there when it comes to finishing up this book. It's happening, people.
Yeah. Nice.
Very
cool. Yeah. Help him get there. We got to catch up to Alejandro. Yeah, that's great. I'm going to post the link. And I don't know, you can't get Downcast right now. It's kind of weird to say. I probably honestly should have left the campaign open a little bit longer, but I was trying to be efficient, so whatever, it's fine. I overprinted, so you're still going to be able to get Downcast 1 when I have the second one out, and that'll complete the whole thing. And then a lot of people have been asking about doing some kind of like a prose thing to add to it, a story, additional material. So I'm writing. I haven't started writing. I started outlining I'm going to call it the classified history of strata, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm working with a cover artist right now for the cover for it. It'll be cool. It'll look like a comic book, but it's not really. It's been going to be like an illustrated kind of prose thing. So I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. It's a little different, but I think it's going to be really fun. I've had just a lot of fun thinking of ideas for it. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's interesting.
So yeah, it'll probably end up being February when I launch that campaign. So
actually, I can announce something kind of cool. I already told you guys this before we launched, but I will announce that something really exciting happened today in terms of creating books. Marco McCagney from Monster MD is coming on board to work with me on my next book. So you're going to be getting the same team that brought you Monster MD once we start kicking that book into high gear. Of course, first we're going to finish Monster MD, get it in everyone's hands, and then we'll, move on to the next big thing. But Marco's going to be there with me, and I'm really pumped. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great.
It's awesome. The dream team exists for longer. If you're going to continue, that's great.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I think we'll end it off tonight. Thank you for everybody for watching. Appreciate the super chats and the chat, all the people that watched and enjoyed. And we'll see you again next time we do a stream. Actually, I promised somebody I'm going to do one tomorrow night. So I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow night. So yeah, see you all tomorrow.
Later.
All right, bye everyone.